Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront Updates and some more Star Wars Battlefront 2 news. Metro.co.uk just released a new interview that they did with Matt Webster and John Stanley from Criterion back in August at Gamescom. And this is a quite lengthy article that I would recommend you guys to read through from the start to finish yourself, as it was a quite nice read overall to just hear about their thought process while making Starfighter Assault and so on. But in this video I basically wanted to go over some of the news snippets that this interview does reveal. So they do talk a lot about how the depth of flying has increased, how their testing with players has been performed and things like that. And one of the things they talked about that I haven't really talked about yet is the auto rotate when you use the ship, because there was a slight auto rotate in the Gamescom build, and that basically means that if you fly on the side or upside down you will automatically level up to normal, a little bit like in the previous game but not as heavy. However, if you do constantly flick your controls it will not work against you. So it's basically if you're flying upside down or on the side and you don't move your spinning controls, then it will automatically level you up. However, this is a feature that you will be able to toggle on and off. It was on in this build, but for the launch you will be able to toggle it on and off, which I think is fantastic, because it can be a little bit confusing for someone who isn't used to flying if you start spinning around and you completely lose bearing of where you are. Whereas for me, I love to be able to fly upside down, on the side, and in all kinds of weird angles, so I will definitely toggle that off as soon as I get my hands on Starfighter Assault from home. So hopefully that will clear some things up in case you saw that in the build, because I wasn't actually sure if that was in the game, because I felt like at the capture event it didn't spin around, whereas it did when I did the live stream. Whatever, in the full game you will be able to toggle it on and off. And then moving on, they were of course asked if you will be able to take off from a planet and go into space like the cancelled Battlefront 3 was supposed to do. And they responded saying that in the campaign you can. There are moments within the campaign where you can go from ground to space flight, and I'm hoping that it will be cool enough that people who really want space to ground will still get that feeling from the campaign and feel like it's not something they will miss a lot in the multiplayer. And they were also asked about post-launch content and more maps for Starfighter Assault, and they said that they can't go into specifics, but that they will see how people react to Starfighter Assault and then think about potential additional content after that. But there will, however, be Starfighter Assault content to the Last Jedi season that they've already announced, and I'm assuming that this is most likely the Dakar map that they've already announced, since that is from the Last Jedi. And lastly, they now actually went out and said that no, there is no VR component to this game. The VR they made for the previous game was made completely from scratch, and it wouldn't be something you can just port from the current Starfighter Assault system, which seems to be the main reason to why they aren't doing it now. So I think this is the first time they've actually said no to that, because so far they've just been trying to dodge that question. But I'm assuming they've now taken a decision to not have a VR section in Battlefront 2. But who knows, we might get it post-launch like we did with the previous game. But that wraps up this video. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.